I like the best tasting vegetables, fruits and vegetables. I like the best flavor. Other people may want to retain as much nutrient quality of fruits and vegetables that they get. Some people might be concerned about supporting their local farmers and their local agriculture. Some people would talk about the fact that you deplete the soil. Others may talk about the health benefits of eating seasonally from what comes within 50 miles of your house and where you live. Some people might be concerned about labor problems and the way the people that harvest and grow our food are treated. I don't care which one of these you pick, even if it's just that it tastes good, you should start being concerned about where your food comes from, or at least examining where does that food come from. If you're going to your farmer's market, you probably know where it comes from. You're shaking the hand of the guy that pulled it from the ground. If you're going to your huge mega market, start to ask where it comes from and why are you sending your money there when you should be sending your money here. All more questions to ask of Sandy Cronic. Well, it sounds like you're strengthening the industry, not just trying to find a quick market for farms. Do you find that this keeps prices steady in some regard, that you control so much of it?
It goes back and forth. The key thing about us is that we are not influenced by some weather crisis happening in the Napa or Yucca Valley or Chile or wherever the bulk of that
when you see red pepper
broccoli is coming out that week or whatever it might be, the idiosyncrasies of what affect produce to be stock market style of pricing is not what affects us here. So we are generally relatively stable in pricing, but it's all about volume for us and weather and other things that affect volume. But we try to base our pricing on what's a good, fair return to the farmer and what we know is competitive for our customers to be able to in turn sell. We want it to be consumed. We don't want it to go to waste. And we're not trying to make a joke of organic produce. We want it to make an impact. So it needs to be affordable for real people to buy. But we also recognize that all of our customers along the chain also need to make their margins. So
well, it's family business. It's not family hobby, and farming is very hard work. And this is the bridge that I'm trying to create, because my first goal is to get people just to cook. Just stop eating anything with a list of ingredients and prepared in 2 seconds. If it's quick or a long list of ingredients, it's horrible. So, even if I can get people just cooking at home, but then the next bridge is, for me, yes, and I think the objection a lot of people would say is, that's for hippies. Even if I don't care about the planet, forgive you. Even if I don't care about biodiesel, even if I don't, from a chef's perspective, and I do care about those things, the flavor of a strawberry that's grown locally versus those California strawberries, the flavor of a tomato that was actually green before they injected it or waxed it or gassed it and drove it and bumped it and bounced around in the truck. I came back from Tim Bass, and that was one of the things that he said. Like, I was, why is your tomatoes better? Well, they don't get bounced around in the truck. They're not bruised. Right. And then people go to the grocery store and they think as if these things are created in a factory. I've seen people pour over a tomato for 15 minutes because there's a little bruise on it. These are natural items. These are grown by the local farmers. So my long way around that question is, if you don't care about the biodiesel and you don't care about the planet, how about the difference in nutrients? Have your farmers ever done studies? Has the group ever done studies in just, beside the flavor, but getting it as close to when it was picked?
There is some good research that's come out, certainly not from ECO or any of our farmers. We're not doing research on that, but there has been some interesting research comparing side by side a conventional orange with an organic orange and things like that. But I think largely, beyond just the organic versus conventional debate, it's a freshness issue. And if you're not waiting until that item is ripe, until you harvest it, then they're being deprived of nutrients and all the water and all the sunlight and everything that goes into their flavor is also a nutritional factor as well.
It's the next step.
If sure, or it's ready to go.
Yeah, if you're cooking at home and you want to do this because you want to be healthier and you want to use better ingredients, but then you're buying the green tomato that got gassed from Chile or something like that, it's moot. This is the next step for you. This is what you need to do, is find local ingredients because they are healthier. They taste so much better, and I hope you do care that it helps the planet as well, and it helps your local community. It's very, very important. Sandy, I really, really appreciate you explaining it. I want to do so much more exploring of all your farmers. Cool. Can you point me towards some people that I I can go talk to that are actually practicing these things, that actually day by day are working hard to get wholesome, nutritious, excellent tasting, bright red, deep green foods to our people? Can you point me towards some of them?
Absolutely.